Calling the United States Postal Service. Just got my mail put in my shed from the bitch the government says is my mother when she's not my mother, and it didn't go to the house. Let me show you. I'm not gonna show you my whole fucking name, okay? And then this one. Not gonna show you my whole fucking name. So now, when these letters show up here and put in the shed outside this motherfucking window, okay? Put in there. When they're addressed to this shithole house here, now there's a problem. So at the end of the day, knowing that the mail isn't being put in there by the post office worker, there's the proof. And knowing that I'm going to testify under Supreme Court Justice lie detector test, what I just said right there is the truth. No one's screening my mail or none of that shit. And since people are doing what they're doing to me, then we'll go to court. Meaning me and the government, me and the people the government says is my family. The police, the insurance company, the other card and bank companies, anyone else I forgot to mention inside this phone or the phone that's recording. Operator.
I understand you would like to speak with an agent. Please stay on the line while I check the availability of our agent. At the end of your call with a customer service representative, please remain on the line to complete a brief survey to help us improve your customer experience. Your opinion matters.
Thank you for calling, Ari. May I have your name, please?
That I am having my mail being delivered to the address of my foster parents' house, which is on the same block as this rental house that they bought from the landlord that I once was paying rent to. Now, I believe it's deliberately orchestrated from the old people in the city, if that's the best way to put it in a polite manner. Now, I already know that they already, how you say, intercepted an ATM card. Otherwise, they wouldn't have been able to purchase this house, let alone a couple other things. So, there's a big court case going on with these people that the government say is my foster mother, or they may actually think she's my real mother. I'm not for sure. But anyway, I know for a fact that it's not your fault, so bear with me on this. You're an innocent lady. If I offend you, I'm not trying to. And anyway, there's mail being delivered to that address. It's on the same block as this rental house. The place where I stay is 1015 12th Street North, New Ulm, Minnesota. That's 1015 12th Street North, New Ulm, Minnesota, 56073, zip code. And anyway, I got my ID. That's my address on there. The local police made me put that address on there because before that I just used my P.O. box as my address. I also have a P.O. box, and my mail doesn't go in there either, the mail that I know I'm expecting. And as well, before speaking to you, I know I have at least 2 tracking numbers that your system knows of that I haven't received my mail. And that's been like that for over 3 months. Right now, for FYI, for the Postal Service, I'm battling a lawsuit with banks and, how you say, almost a real lawsuit with the IRS. And anyway, point of the story is now, due to what is occurring to me from how I'm treated from the post office people, and as well from my deduction of what I already have on film, allegedly my suspicion of how you say U.S. tampering mail, where the post office man is a federal agent posing as a post office man, delivering my mail not to my house, and they're delivering it to a house where I believe has nefarious, crooked federal agents in it, or and that as well as on the same block, and then or delivering it to the house where the government thinks is my mother, or they think it's my foster mother. I used to live in that house with my grandmother, or the lady I called grandma, a long time ago. And now, after she passed away, those people, they are in that house. It's on the same block. Point of the story is my mail isn't being delivered to this post office box. Court paperwork, I have a speeding ticket that I'm battling a charge for because he could have pulled me over before I was driving the speed that they clocked me at. But the point is, all this paperwork didn't come into the post office box outside the door. So I'm just trying to understand, not that you have a direct answer for me, but I need to say this to somebody on your company line, so I have no choice. So bear with me on this. I know that I can pass a lie detector test. This is like a warning for you guys, I guess. I can pass a lie detector test and everything I just said. All of them. As many lie detector tests as the judge wants me to perform. And anyway, right now, whether you like hearing it or not, the post office man isn't putting the mail into the correct post office box of the house, of the correct address that's stationed to the post office, how you say on the letter. So at the end of the day, um, that's a major issue, pretty much. And due to the fact that there's a false manifest on me alone, like that has nothing to do with the post office people or what I just mentioned to you, and that's a pending lawsuit in process right now. That like I'm already waiting for a check. So I don't know how I'm gonna receive that when I don't receive my mail the way I'm supposed to. So hear me out on this. Whether you like hearing this or not, I'm not mad at you. You're an innocent lady that works for the post office. This is about how you say towny gang people in the city that are making up some type of way to try to make it make me look bad, basically, or intercept my mail. Now, like I said, whether you like hearing it or not, I'm not trying to offend you. I'm sorry about that if I did offend you, but this is serious, and there's mail that's open too. The lady's opening my mail. The lady the government says is my mother. I could pass a lie detector test on that lady, knowing that how she treated me when I introduced a lady that I thought I was gonna marry to her and her husband, and that's a whole nother story. Like I said, these people they don't mean nothing to me, and the government or the post office people in this city, they're bringing the mail to their house instead of putting it in the post office box here. Either they think it's funny, or they're being told to, or it's some type of weird little disgusting game that they're doing to me. Now, if you believe me or not, like if I shave my beard, I look like a kid. Now that's none of your business, but I just wanted to say that. So at the end of the day, hypothetically, there could be a gang of these old people, whether you care about the truth or not, all lying about how old they are, and then pretending to be a number, and then they're all saying that I'm just some kid. So at the end of the day, whether you believe me or not, I got a lawyer in process battling a court case that I already won. That was against the hospital with a false manifest, how you say, medical diagnosis on me. That's a pending lawsuit that I already won. So at the end of the day, I'm waiting on that check. If I don't receive that check, that means that you all stole it. And pardon me on that, not you or anyone that works on the telephones, but the post office people inside the city. So, and I know that I'll receive that check the latest November. So, at the end of the day, and then what I know was already had occurred. There's ATM cards in my name. I literally being, you believe me or not, I've drilled with the, how you say, on the phone, talking harshly with an IRS man, asking me, you'll swear on your soul and you'll pass lie detector test, you never received no ATM card or none of that yet. I said, no. Well, how's this or this or that? I said, what I just mentioned to you briefly. And so the point of the story is, I'm staying in a house that these people bought that I never ever wanted to stay living in. You got, if you believe me or not, on the next sentence, this has nothing to do with the mail company, but there's a gang of crooked IRS or crooked FBI people making up lies about me. Got evidence on all of them trying to play a game with me, make it look like I'm dealing drugs. I got copious amounts of evidence of weird stuff. So at the end of the day, there's about to be a huge lawsuit, whether you care or not. And then when I know, hear me out on this. I know I'm supposed to receive my ATM card, and I know I didn't get it. Meaning, whether you opened it up, your people inside the business in the city, the post office business, or they delivered it to this house where it isn't mine, where I used to live on my old address ID. My new ID is the address I told you, 1015 12th Street North, New Ulm, Minnesota,